Hello everybody, I made a video about mindfulness of current thoughts. And that's a really challenging skill for me because for a long time, I thought my thoughts were who I am. I personally grew up in a religion and an ideology that ascribed the belief you are your thoughts. If you think on this, that's what you are. If this thought comes in your mind, that's already a negative moral failing. So there were lots of scriptures that could help you think on things that were pure or good or just. And a lot of people in these religions get great benefit by doing almost like a mindfulness practice when they focus on these scriptures. For those of us with racing thoughts who might be neurodivergent or who really don't align with the beliefs of the religion, that can be a really challenging and super invalidating experience. I hope, despite my videos being very helpful, that you know I'm still in process. I'm still growing and learning and healing, and there's spiritual trauma that I'm working through too. And now that I've moved on from the valid anger that I was expressing for a long time, I'm focused more on how to heal from the ways that worldview inhibited my growth. And one example of that trauma was in a lot of the churches that I grew up in and a lot of the environments that I was in, even all through college, to prove this point that you are your thoughts, your spirit, your heart is the thing that is crossing through you. They would point to the passage in the New Testament in Matthew when Jesus said, "You've heard it, that you shouldn't commit adultery. Well, I say that if a man looks at a woman with lust, he's already committed adultery in his heart. It is better for you to pluck out your eye than for it to cause you to sin." As you can tell, I'm a little rusty. Haven't read the book in a minute. And then he goes on to say, it's better for one member of your body to burn than the entire thing to burn in hell. Now, there's plenty to unpack there. And please, for the love of Nancy, those of you who lean that way, do not come for me in this moment. I'm not trying to be disparaging towards your religion. I am merely using myself as an example, and this is one example where being mindful of current thoughts in the past has been really challenging because I couldn't differentiate me from my thoughts. My current worldview is that thoughts are just thoughts. They come and they go, and we all experience them in incredibly unique ways to us, our trauma, our life experience, our goals, our hopes, our dreams, and they're not real. So if you grew up in a similar environment to what I'm describing, and this skill and skills like this are really challenging, please be gentle and kind with yourself. Please be compassionate and curious with the little you that is probably still in there trying to navigate what is real and what are thoughts and how do I experience and explore that relationship through my healing journey. And I hope that you are surrounded by people who can validate that this is a process and it's challenging. There are days where I catch myself going, "Oh, that thought, it's me." And then I go, "No, check the facts. That's a myth. That's not real. That's a thought. I'm going to let it go." And then you have the skills to lean on to let it go. That's all. Just a little post-video explanation, hoping that you know that I know this is challenging and that depending on the context of where you're coming from, whether it looks something like what I came from, a religious background, or some other structure that you came from, it could just be within your family, that sometimes it can be really challenging to separate what's real, what's factual, what we're experiencing from our thoughts that are fleeting and come and go. So you're not alone. We got this. We're going to continue to use the skills and to develop our tolerance and to develop our abilities to be mindful of our thoughts in a non-judgmental, curious way. And I hope that video I made is helpful to you and an asset you can use on this journey of healing and being mindful of current thoughts. All right. That's all. Have a lovely day.